I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak. This is a special Weather 2020 intelligence report on a Friday, going over the severe weather risks, the snow in the Rockies, and a hard freeze, a cold blast coming down. Let's take a look and see what's going on with this weather pattern, beginning with an interesting graphic, as you can see here. All right, we'll start by taking a look at this. Severe storms, freeze warning, Rockies snow, a forecast months in the making. That's right, this pattern is right on schedule. Some of the fields are too wet for planting, and some are so dry. So we'll talk about that in the next couple weeks. Here are the advisories today. Freeze warnings all the way down to northwestern Texas, eastern New Mexico, the Oklahoma Panhandle, eastern half of Colorado, and much of Utah's higher terrain, and back to Nevada and Northern California and parts of Washington. Freeze warnings, all right, and a freeze watch for Kansas and Nebraska, a flash flood watch for the Kansas City area. This is the advisories as of 7 a.m. Later today, we're expecting a potential for a severe weather outbreak. Hard freeze. This is the forecast for 7 a.m. Saturday, 7 a.m. Central Time. Look at this, down to 4 degrees here, 6 degrees in Colorado. And you have teens and 20s all the way down to northwest Kansas, 32 degrees on the Kansas-Missouri border. So Kansas City likely avoids the frost or freeze, but it's going to be close. Saturday morning and Sunday morning, look at that cold air mass expanding over the northwestern part of the country. The severe weather risk is next, all right? So let's talk about the severe weather risk. The latest data is very crucial on trying to figure out what the timing of this severe weather is. Need a little coffee. What is the timing of this severe weather? An hour can make the difference between a tornado in your area and no rain at all. So let's take a look at these risks and show you what I'm expecting based on the latest trends. All right, so again, we come back to the maps and you can see here, this is the risk from the Storm Prediction Center. This has not been the greatest week for the Storm Prediction Center or other forecasters. The tornadoes that happened near Kansas City on Monday were actually not in the forecast. In fact, it wasn't even in this light green shade of a risk. That's how ridiculous it was. Sometimes the weather can fool you, all right? Today, this is the risk, and it depends on the timing of a cold front. This is a level 3 out of 5 risk, and there's a tornado risk in this area. This is the latest HRRR model that shows a low pressure area developing over northeastern Kansas. The area of thunderstorms near the low could be quite severe, with the potential for all forms of severe weather, from large hail and damaging winds to primary threats to possibly a tornado. Thunderstorms erupt in this zone. This is at 4 p.m., so between 2 and 4, we're expecting thunderstorms to form, a cold blast, and snow over the mountains. Some of the ski areas could have 6 to 12 inches. Some of the ski areas are still open near the peaks, and they're going to get some snow up there, maybe some snow where I live as well in Golden. All right, then by 7 p.m. on this Friday night in the big town, the HRRR says the thunderstorm risk shifts south of Kansas City, drying out in Kansas City. However, look at this model. Here's the RGEM model, and a couple other models are like this. At 7 p.m., the front's a little slower, and the thunderstorms line up right over Kansas City. This area has been hit twice this week already, so it wouldn't shock me if this happens. But just know this is one model. Here's another model. You can see they're very different. Okay, very different. The RGEM and a couple other models, very stormy in Kansas City, whereas some of the models have it farther south and east. So we'll monitor this very, very closely, as you can see. Of course, our LRC data is available. The model data is available. Get the Weather 2020 Vision dashboard that predicted this weather months ago. Go to Bryce at weather2020.com. He'll set you up and get you a forecast that you can get for the year ahead, and it'll be at your fingertips. So that is a quick update on this Friday. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll post this on all the social media channels. And be sure to like the YouTube channel if you're on there or on Facebook or wherever. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak with Weather 2020. Our next report will be out next Tuesday. All right? Have a good day. I'm meteorologist Gary Lezak.